Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today, boy. Oh boy, did that feel good. Did that feel good from Caitlin Clark opening up the game, pull-up three, bang, to the logo three to close the third quarter, walking off to a standing ovation. Caitlin Clark pulling up from 36 feet out. From start to finish, there was never a doubt in our mind. There was never a time where we even thought to ourselves, is this game going to be close? Indiana comes out, 8-0 run, close out the first quarter, close out the second quarter, close out the third quarter, sit our starters in the fourth quarter, and by the time it's all said and done, the Indiana Fever score more than double the Brazilian national team. Caitlin Clark's return home to Iowa, 108-44. Caitlin Clark. Did she look rusty? I don't know. 16.6 rebounds, 5 assists, plus 42, plus minus in only 19 minutes of hoops. Caitlin Clark hoops are back. She looked good, folks. She looked good. I know they said on the broadcast it looked like she doesn't have like the same burst that she used to have. She got by the defenders fairly easily in my estimation. She got by the other team's players fairly easy in my estimation. She moved pretty quickly in my estimation. If that's a step back with some tightness, what are we going to look like when we don't even have anything lingering in our legs at all? When we don't have to go onto the bike just to keep ourselves loose at all? What is that really going to look like? Caitlin Clark picking up right where she left off. If there was any question, yes, she's like that. Yes, she is like that. We're going to get into all of the highlights momentarily. Let's just go over it. DeWanna Bonner, 3 for 4, 7 points. DeWanna Bonner looked absolutely fine. Anything is sticking out of my mind? No, not at all. Do I see some defensive plays where her long arms come in handy? She poked the ball loose here, poked the ball loose there, got a passing lane here, got a passing lane there, took a nice outlet pass from CC. She threw it high, like using a 6'4" wide receiver in the end zone. Let me get that nice, easy layup. Natasha Howard, she looked good. No volleyballs with the rebounds. We saw another clean Natasha Howard left-handed layup. Natasha Howard taking a layup, nobody's hearts are beating faster saying, is this going to go in or is this not going to go in? Is this going to go in or is this not? No, Natasha Howard, money, no worry in my mind at all once the season starts. You're making your layups. AB, did we miss some bunnies? Yes. Am I going to overreact and crucify her? No. Did she make sound decisions with the basketball? Yes. Was she a little bit slow at times making those decisions? Yes. Am I going to crucify her? No. Do I hope that Stephanie White sees these kind of slower decisions? Somebody mentioned in the venue, salute to everybody who showed up to the venue. It seems like she's making the right read, but it's like a half second too slow, a step too slow. If you make that pass to the corner to Lexi Hull, and I think I have that highlight ready to go, if we make that a split second faster, the pass was there. The defender is going to not be able to close out as hard as Lexi Hull. I do believe I have that clip ready to go. Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Money Mitch, put him in a ditch. 5 for 8, 4 for 6 from 3, 17 points. This was post-Olympic break, Kelsey Mitchell. But Ben, this was just the Brazilian national team. I understand that, but if we didn't see this in actual WNBA action, you might have a point. But we've seen efficient Kelsey Mitchell before. And we saw it yet again. The second half of yesterday's game and what Kelsey Mitchell did today, nice way to get the dust off you, Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin Clark, like I said, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. Nice block as somebody's going up. She went up right with her. 6 for 10 from the field, 60%, 4 for 6 from 3. I'm no mathematician. What's that? 70-ish%? 66%. There it is, folks. You see? I told you, I'm no mathematician. To Stephanie White's credit, I know she was scaring some Fever fans. Caitlin's going to play off the ball more, this, that, and the third. I didn't see any of that. Did I see when she passed the ball, there was more actions going on that involved Caitlin Clark while people were doing other things with the ball in her hands? Yes. But did I sit back and say to myself, oh, Stephanie White, she said she was going to put her off the ball more. Now look, she's off the ball. Nope. That thought didn't cross my mind at all. We head over to the bench. Everybody got some playing time. Brianna Turner, Michaela Timpson, Ejim, Elaine, Colson, Cunningham, Brown, Hall, Bree Hall, Lexi Hall, Sophie Cunningham, Michaela Timpson, Damaris Dantis, in my mind, clearly making this roster. Who will those other two be? That's up for Stephanie White to figure out. What did I see today that I loved? Michaela Timpson looked awesome. Michaela Timpson played defense on the perimeter. Michaela Timpson bouncy, grabbing rebounds. Michaela Timpson's finishing around the rim. Michaela Timpson getting the ball in the post and making quick decisions with it. Michaela Timpson, I am a huge fan of your game. And if we look, the Indiana Fever, they shot the lights out. 50% from the field, 45% from three, 15 3-pointers on the night, 71% from the free throw line. I hope we improve. Yesterday, great day on the free throw line. Today, 71%. Can we see some type of consistency there? Again, why bother overreacting? It's the preseason. I want to take away the things I want to take away. Blocks, steals, assists, 25 assists compared to 12 assists. Indiana Fever moving that ball around. This was a crushing, folks. This was a crushing. If we weren't beating this team as bad as we beat them, then it would be an issue. Then we might have things to talk about. We handled business, did exactly what we needed to do, and Caitlin Clark put on a show for her own fans. Like I said, Michaela Timpson, 9 points, 2 steals and a block in under 10 minutes of action, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. She's the real deal. She's the real deal. The real deal, Holyfield. Michaela Timpson's not playing around. Let's get into the highlights. Caitlin Clark starting off in Iowa right where she left off. First offensive possession of the game. And what does Caitlin Clark do?
Clark, pull up three. You bet!
We waited no time at all to get Caitlin Clark pull up three off of a high ball screen from Aaliyah Boston. Waste no time. Double high ball screen from Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston. Natasha Howard going out to the wing for the shot. AB crashing downhill. Love to see it. Stephanie White, things that we haven't seen last year. Love to see it, folks. Things we love to see. How does Caitlin Clark close out the first quarter? Well, she closes out the first quarter the same way she opened up the first quarter.
3 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points for Kelsey Mitchell. Clark, what
Caitlin Clark had her swagger from start to finish, playing to the crowd, doing the Caitlin Clark thing, pumping up the crowd, talking with her teammates. This was exactly what we were hoping to see, and we saw it. Didn't lose a step at all. Didn't miss a beat, not at all. We also saw a nice pass from Caitlin Clark to DeWanna Bonner. Like I said, it's like having a 6'4" wide receiver in the end zone. Toss it up in stride, and they'll go and get it.
Is off with Queiroz. Here comes Clark. Down the floor. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Just took it right. Come on. We're going to be seeing this multiple times per game. DeWanna Bonner, understand, I get out, I run, I get rewarded. Say no more, Caleb. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play defense, get out and run. And then if we don't get a quick, fast break, we're going to settle into our half-court offense, which looks not half too bad. Love to see it. Ball movement. Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall, we got a corner 3 from Lexi Hall.
The preseason opener. The passing and the shooting has been just fine, though. Here's Boston. Extra feed. Hall. Another.
And this was the possession I was talking about. If we could get Aaliyah Boston passing that a little quicker when she sees the player, now pass it instead of waiting for them to converge on her to where she's fumbling and flustered picking up her dribble, pass it a step earlier, a half a second earlier. That shot for Lexi Hall is that much easier. We're going to be running that offense. Let's make sure we're making the right decisions when it's time to make those decisions. But the ball movement for the Indiana Fever, night and day compared to last season. Night and day.
Clark off the handoff. Clark bodying inside, wraps a pass. Good movement here. Cunningham. Cut it!
And we finally have players that can finish and put a cap on all of this nice ball movement. Instead of saying swing, 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 brick, swing, 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 brick, finally it's swing, 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 splash. Sophie gun in hand Cunningham salute to the Pope for 3. If I'm the other teams, I'm not worried. I'm petrified. I'm not worried. I'm petrified. We were talking in the chat. How do we match? I think other teams are going to have to match up against us. Teams are going to have to match up against us. And what I was saying with Michaela Timpson, she impresses me. The more I watch, the more and more she impresses me. Watch this, folks. Watch this. Picking up full court, getting the steal, getting the score.
Additions. Both she, Sydney Colson, Tawana Bonner, Natasha Howard. I mean, serious talent and the right fit. And here's Michaela Timpson, the rookie, coming up with a steal and the lay. Stephanie.
Again, picking up full court with a guard, staying with her, switching, getting your hands in the ball, in the dribble pocket, poking it loose, taking it coast to coast, layup. I was saying at the venue, if she dunked that ball, she would have been an instant superstar. If Timpson would have taken this fast break and dumped it, she would have been an instant superstar. Her career would have been set in stone forever. The energy in the building tonight was second to none. Off the chain energy over there in Iowa. And Caitlin Clark, before getting pulled from the game, had to do what she had to do.
The better looking possessions of the day for Brazil. Here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point.
Absolute sick fuck. In a good way, you guys know. Absolutely psycho individual. You sick human being. Caitlin Clark pulling out from 36. I got to do this for the fans. One time for the one time. I got to do this for my friends and family. One time for the one time. I don't know when I'll be back. Let me just pull up. You know what? Why pull it from the record-breaking spot? Let me pull up from a few feet back. Let me pull up from 36 feet. Splash. And then Stephanie White will take me out the game as I get my curtain call. Indiana Fever. What you wanted to see. If there were any bad thoughts we had last game, we shouldn't really be having many negative thoughts after this game. We shouldn't be having many negative thoughts after this game. Next preseason game, Saturday. We'll see what Saturday looks like. Let's not overreact. Does Sydney Colson look important? No. Does Brianna Turner look important? No. Do I want either of them on the team? Not really. Do I think either of them should be on the roster going forward? Not really. I already gave you my definite 4. The other 2 might be a Bree Hall. Might be Ejim. Ejim, I couldn't find it. Ejim hit back door. Caitlin Clark hit her on a nice pass sheet. Right up against the body. Beautiful layup. Right over the defender. Do I think they're going to cut Sydney Colson? I don't think they're going to cut Sydney Colson. Do I think they're going to cut Brianna Turner? I'm leaning 50-50 to she might go. Brianna Turner might not make this roster. Sydney Colson may, for reasons we're not going to get into right now. But Brianna Turner, I don't think she's going to make this roster. Every minute I've seen her on the court, she has never stood out to me. Be like, oh, there's Brianna Turner. Jaylen Brown has had more moments than Brianna Turner. If I am going to be critical and say, that's me being honest. Colson, Turner, Timpson, I like. Ejim, I like. Who else? Is Bree Hall going to stay there? Is there somebody else floating out there that we might possibly get? Doubt it. Our final roster is within the players that we currently have right now. How Stephanie White going to trim that down? We're going to have to find out. But Stephanie White did talk about Caitlin Clark shooting 3, not taking a shot at Chrissy Sides, just saying the right thing instead of the stupid thing.
Hi, Stephanie. Jack Lito. I'm Jack Lito with KCRG TV9. The logo 3s, I know this is an exhibition, but those logo 3s, beyond the logo 3s for Caitlin, seemed like prime examples of you and her teammates kind of letting Caitlin be Caitlin, so to speak. How do you balance that? And did it start like that, or did you kind of have to get off the reins a little bit, for lack of a better term?
I've been watching her do it for 4 years, 5 years, really. So that's just who she is. It's what she does. I mean, nobody tells Steph Curry not to take good shots, right?
Indeed. Now, I don't know if that was a setup for the reporter to give her the answer that we all are looking forward to, or if that was just the dumbest question in the history of dumb questions. Either way, I'm glad Stephanie White said, oh no, we encourage this behavior. You don't tell Steph Curry not to do what Steph Curry does. A bad shot for somebody is not a bad shot for Steph Curry. A bad shot for Drew Holiday is not a bad shot for Steph Curry. A bad shot for Cade Cunningham is not a bad shot for Steph Curry. There's levels to this. Shout out to Meek Mills. I had to. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. The venue is open next Saturday, May 10th. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.